Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to this new grammar lesson. Today's lesson is misplaced and dangling modifiers. Do you know what does it mean to be misplaced? Miss and place, so you put it in the wrong place. Dangling means hanging or swinging loosely. And what is a modifier? It is a word that describes another word. It can be either an adjective or an adverb. Adjectives, as you know, describe nouns or pronouns. Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or another adverb. So when a modifier, whether it's an adjective or an adverb, is misplaced or it's dangling, that is a problem in writing and in grammar. Let's get started. Here is a video from Khan Academy. Let's watch it together, then we'll start the activities.
So a modifier is always supposed to come right before the word or phrase that it's modifying. But when it doesn't do that, that's what's called a dangling modifier. So this can look something like,
Flashing lightning and thunder, the little bunny struggled through the storm.
so this sentence has a dangling modifier, and the modifier in question is flashing lightning and thunder. So the phrase that this comes right before is the little bunny. And flashing lightning and thunder is not describing the little bunny, right? I don't think I've ever seen a bunny with like lightning coming out of it or anything. Rosie, what is this modifier actually supposed to be modifying?
So the modifier is actually supposed to be modifying the storm because we've got lightning and thunder, flashing, all of those things describe the storm.
Right, okay. So we're really not supposed to have a dangling modifier like this, so we need to fix this sentence.
Flashing lightning and thunder, the storm raged as the bunny struggled.
So this is all better. The modifier flashing lightning and thunder comes right before the storm now.
Right.
So this makes more sense. We got rid of the dangling modifier. It's not, hanging out looking like it's modifying the wrong noun.
So if you're doing editing or you're looking at a sentence, when you take a look at a sentence, see if you can spot what it is that modifier is supposed to be describing, and then just make sure that that noun or phrase comes right after the modifier.
Right, like in this example, we had to pretty much completely rewrite the sentence. It still gets across the same idea, but we had to put the nouns in a different order so the modifier wasn't dangling anymore.
Right.
Yeah, so that is dangling modifiers and how you get rid of them. They're words or phrases that describe another word or phrase, and when they're dangling, they're in the wrong place. They're in front of the wrong noun.
So when you have a modifier at the beginning of your sentence and it's set off with a comma, like all of these are, that's when you have to pay attention and make sure that the noun or a phrase coming right after the modifier is matched up with the modifier so that it's describing the right thing.
Right. You can get some crazy meanings out of your sentences otherwise, like the bunny with lightning. So that's dangling modifiers. You can learn anything. Page out.
Let's start doing the activities, page 233. But before we start, let me clarify again what's the difference between misplaced modifiers and dangling modifiers and how to correct each one of them. In a misplaced modifier, the modifier is placed far away from the word that it modifies. So you just need to bring it closer. Like here, mowing, it doesn't describe Maria in this sentence here. It describes the kitten. So to correct the sentence, you should write Maria heard the kitten mowing. Similarly, in a dangling modifier, the modifier doesn't logically modify any word in the sentence. So to correct it, you need to add one or more words to refer to the dangling phrase or clause. Let's see this example here. Peering hard, Mars was visible. Be careful, there is a comma there, and this is a clue that there is a modifier. Peering hard is a modifier, and definitely it doesn't describe Mars because Mars is not peering hard, it's I. So we need to add I in this sentence. So the sentence will be, peering hard, I saw Mars. That's the modifier, and that's the noun or pronoun being modified. Let's have an activity. Exercise number 1, correcting modifier problems. Rewrite each sentence that has a misplaced or dangling modifier, and if the sentence is correct, you need to write C. Example, having a daydream, the comma is there, yes, so there is a modifier, and let's check whether this modifier describes this noun or not. You think the bell was having a dream? No. So, to correct the sentence, I would say he was having a daydream when the bell rang. Or you can say, having a daydream, I heard the bell rang. That also makes sense. Number one, what do you think? Is the sentence correct? If not, find the modifier and find whether it's dangling or misplaced or it's correct. Stop the video and then check your answers. Number 1 is correct, number 4 is correct, 7 is correct, and also 10 is correct. The rest should be corrected like this. Second activity on the second page, editing a paragraph. Work with a partner to correct misplaced and dangling modifiers in the paragraph below. Rewrite the paragraph on a separate sheet of paper to find the mistakes. Let's do number 1. Sentence number 1. While researching famous Americans in the World War II era, many women's names are evident. There is a comma here that signals a modifier. Many women. Do you think many women were searching famous Americans? No. We should add here because this is a dangling modifier. So we will add, we can find many women's names are evident. The sentence will be, while researching famous Americans in the World War II era, we can find many women's names are violent. Stop the video, find the mistakes in this paragraph, then play it. Here are the answers. And here we come to the end of this lesson. Today we learned about misplaced modifiers, how to correct them. We also learned about dangling modifiers and how to correct them, the difference between these types of problems in writing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.